This is Algebra 1, Lesson 8.3 and 8.4, Notes, Multiplying Polynomials and Special Products. Today you'll learn to multiply a binomial and polynomials. To begin this, there's a method you have to know. You have to know how to FOIL. FOIL stands for, the F stands for first, the O stands for outer, the I stands for inner, and the L stands for last. So you have to FOIL number 1, because there are two binomials. Remember, there's two terms, so they're a binomial, multiplied together. And so what you do is you're going to draw arrows. First means you multiply the first two together. So 2x times x is 2x squared. O means outer. You multiply the outer two together. 2x times 5, 10x. Then I means inner. The inner is the closest ones together. So plus 3x. And then last means your last ones in each of the parentheses, 3 times 5, which would be 15. Your next step is to combine like terms. Our only like terms are our 10x and our 3x, so you have 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. And that's your answer for number 1. Some of you will need to keep drawing your arrows multiple times to figure out the FOIL method, but once you get the FOIL method, or once you start practicing a lot more, it'll come a lot more natural. So first, x times 3x, so we have 3x squared, outer, the ones the farthest away from each other, plus 4x, inner, negative 2 times 3, so negative 6x, and last, negative 2 times 4, negative 8. Make sure you pay attention to that negative sign in front of the 2. It's very important. Now combine like terms. You have 3x squared minus 2x, because you have the 4x minus 6x, which is negative 2. And then you have your negative 8. Now in number 3, I want you to pause the video, work the problem yourself, see if you can get the right answer, and then push play and compare your steps. Number 3. So first, hopefully you've already paused it and worked your problem, and now you're checking your steps. So 3m times m, you have 3m squared. Then you have your outer, 3m times 5. Then you have your inner, 4m. And then you have your last, 4 times 5. Combine your like terms, which would be the 15 and the 4. And so then, that's it. Hopefully you got the answer correct. Now let's do number 4. If you notice on number 4, these two parentheses are exactly the same, except their signs are different. These are what's called conjugates. Conjugate means they're exactly the same, except their signs are different. So when you FOIL them, something pretty cool happens. So first, 3n times n, so you have 9n squared. Your outer, 3n times negative 2, so you have negative 6n. Your inner, positive 6n. And your last. When you combine like terms, your middle terms, if you notice, they're the same except for different signs. They will cancel out, and you're just left with your first and your last. That will happen every single time you have a conjugate. Every single time that you have two parentheses that are exactly the same but different signs. Number 5. If you notice in number 5, it says 3x plus 5 squared. That means you have two parentheses. So if you remember what 5 squared means, 5 squared means 5 times 5. X squared means x times x. Well, when you have 3x plus 5 squared, what that means is 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. You do not just square the insides, because you will get a completely different answer. So let's go ahead and FOIL this one. 3x times 3x, 9x squared. 3x times 5, 15x. 5 times 3x, 15x. And 5 times 5 is 25. Combine your like terms. And you get 9x squared plus 30x plus 25.